Hello everybody. Today's class is all about the yoga strap. I really like the yoga strap to help get into positions and asanas that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get into. So I wanted to share a couple of poses with you and how to use this thing. So if you have an actual yoga strap, you'll notice there's these rings on the end. You could thread the end of the strap into that and create a loop, or you can just leave it be and use it without it being threaded in. But let me show you. You thread it in through both of those rings, and then you come back on it and thread it through one ring, and you got yourself a loop. And you can change the size of that loop, little one, big one. I don't prefer to use it in this way, but many people do, so feel free. I like to just have it unthreaded and use both of my hands to make the loop. If you don't have a yoga strap, you could use anything. You can use a tie, you can use a belt, be creative. All right, so let's get started with some mobility with the strap. So just grab it in both of your hands, and then you can play around with how wide you want your grip. We're gonna come up and over the shoulders, so this will help with shoulder mobility. Narrower grip makes it harder. Wider grip gives you a little bit more to play with. So it looks like this. Nice deep breath in, and you raise up the arms all the way up and over. Maybe you don't come all the way over. That's fine. You can work with wherever your body's telling you to work. These are little good mornings. Nice tight belly. Inhale. Good. That feels good on the shoulders and for tight biceps. All right, another thing we can do is, again, grab the strap wherever you feel comfortable, come up over your head, and we're just gonna gently lean side to side. You can do this how I am, kneeling or sitting on my heels. You could kneel, or you could stand up and do it. Inhaling as we come up, and exhaling through the other side. Nice stretch in the side body. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Good. So sit on your bottom. We're going to bring both legs out in front of us in staff pose. Okay. Make sure the hips, ribs, and shoulders are all lined up with one another. We have our natural curve in our back. That's fine. And we're going to keep our legs straight out. If you're not wanting or able to keep your knees straight, then you can have a bend in them. Okay, so we're flexing the feet, and something that I really like about the strap is that it really does help promote your ankle mobility. So if without the strap you're not able to really dorsiflex those toes and get your foot up this way, with the strap you'll find some more space. So let's just play around there for a minute. Nice and long in your torso, belly is tight. Pull with your bicep strength. And we're really just creating this nice stretch in the back of the legs, some ankle mobility. And breathe. Good, and then when you feel like you're ready, keeping that length in your spine, using the biceps, pull on that strap and hinge from the hips, and we're just gently folding forward. Now, maybe you don't get very far, that's fine. What we're doing though is we are really addressing all the posterior chain here in mobility and flexibility. Good, keep that belly tight, head and neck in line with the spine as best as you can. And we're just hinging. Feel that nice stretch, back of the legs. Breathing. you could walk your hands down further on the strap as you find more length. Good. All right, release it. Okay, so bring in one leg. So in this case, I'm bringing my right heel into my body. Left leg is long. I have the strap around the left leg. And we're walking the hands down the strap. My torso is rotating towards the long leg. And I'm just gently walking down the strap, hinging at the hips here. Nice long torso. And just kind of live here for a minute. Relax those shoulders and breathe. Finding more length. The strap is really nice for people who have super tight hamstrings. For maybe you're way up here in this stretch, and this is where the strap will really come into play, because you can pull on it gentle, and really find more length and more length. Good. Okay. Awesome. All right, let's switch sides. So unhook that strap, bring the left heel in and the right leg out. Same thing, check in with yourself here, nice tight in the torso. Reach those toes with the strap. And just try to bring yourself forward. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and long in the torso. And you really can notice the difference on sides, right? I immediately recognize that this side is tighter than the other side. That's normal. All good. And breathe into it. Awesome. Okay. So, boat pose is a very challenging pose, but with the strap, it might be more accessible. So, both legs out, just like we had before in staff pose. Bend one knee, wrap the strap around that foot, and bring your torso nice and long, shoulders are plugged in, and try to straighten out the leg. So this is the one variation of a boat pose, and this is wonderful because this also addresses the hamstrings and the ankle flexibility and your core. So if that's okay and you feel good there, let's go to the other side just to keep ourselves balanced out and do the same thing, nice and strong here. And if that feels good, wrap the straps around both of the feet and see if we can come into boat pose here, okay? Now the feet. Bend the knees, bring your torso up high, and straighten out the legs way up here. So, if you're feeling good here, you can bring your arms up, slide them out to the edge of the strap if you like. And breathe. Good. That was fun. Okay, so here's a funky one. It's called an archer pose. It's a very advanced pose, but with the strap, maybe not so advanced. Okay, so we're got right knee, right heel in, left leg out. Wrap the strap around the left leg. With your right hand, we're holding the strap. So bend the knee to start. Left hand snakes in front of that left leg. Bring the right elbow up and over the head and straighten out the leg and look over the right. Imagine without a strap. Yeah. And breathe. Good, and then unravel and come on down. Good. Let's do the other side. Left heel in, right leg out. Nice breath. Wrap it around. Using the left hand this time, grab the straps or strap. Bend that knee. Snake the right hand in front and pull it up. And you can wrap your arm around the back, or I'll show you something different here. If you notice, my left arm is not behind my head like I had on the other side. I have a little limited mobility on this side. So this is as far as it's getting for me. And that's okay. I still get the benefit of the pose. It's still fun. And I'm still able to access it using the strap. Good. And then we come down. Very nice. Okay. So we'll try on our back. Yeah. Good. So here you have a choice. You could keep your left leg extended, or you can keep it bent. All right, so let's try it bent at first. We're going to use the strap, wrap it around the right foot. And just walk your hands up the strap as we address the back here of the leg. Also, bringing this foot in this flexed position, which you might not otherwise be able to do if you didn't have the strap. So you just figure out where you're, play around with, where your edge is on this. So, maybe you're way up here, maybe you're able to grab your toe and you don't need the strap, or maybe you're way down here and this is really helping you get into this pose. So to add on to this, you would extend out that left leg, and now we have a pretty deep stretch. And breathe. Good. And then, if you like, using your right hand, hold on to the strap. Your left arm is counterbalance over here, and we're just going to let that leg melt out to the side. And you can control where it lands. So maybe we're way down here. Maybe that's where your hip is today. Or maybe you can come way up here. It doesn't matter. You just find what works for you. And we breathe. Good. And then bend your knee so it's not so severe. And swap hands out. So now my right arm is counterbalance and my left is gently guiding my leg across center, across midline, all the way over. And I'm looking over my hand, my right hand. Good. It's just, I really like how the straps provide access to poses that we wouldn't otherwise have. Good. Okay. Same thing on this side. Maybe start with your knee bent, your right knee bent, and play around with where you're at. Breathing. And then I like to move the strap, and this really helps me find where my edge is. Straighten that leg out. I'm going to use my right arm as counterbalance, and my left is going to guide my leg over. And I'm sliding my hand down the strap to honor where my joint is today. Good. And breathe. And then lift it back up. Swap out hands. Left is counterbalance now, and I'm guiding my left leg over with my right hand. Looking over my left shoulder. Good. Come on back to center. Both feet in there. Waterfall pose. So this is also a pose that might not be accessible to a lot of people because it does require a good amount of strength and mobility, but with the magical strap, it might be accessible. So we're just going to pull our feet, pull the legs so that we're at a 90-degree angle, legs and body. And again, you could play around with how high up you go with these hands. Really pulling on those feet, lots of flexion in the ankles, good ankle mobility, and breathe. We want to keep the small of our back down on the mat. Awesome. All right, come on out of that. I'm going to stand up. I'm probably going to chop my head off, but that's okay. You don't need to see that part. Okay, so some standing poses that the strap helps us with. We can hook it on our foot and straighten it out. Nice and long. Good, and we can bring it all over to the side. These balance poses are very nice. Good, you can let that go. Switch sides, hook it on the foot, stand tall, digging in through the supporting leg, and just gently pull it up. And then when you're ready, you can come out to the side. And again, honoring how high up you go. If your body doesn't want you to go up any higher, then don't. Good. Yeah. Very nice. All right. I have one last pose because it's fun. And it's a really good one for stretching. So it's King Pigeon. Pigeon is also a really deep hip opener. So again, might not be accessible to some people, but the strap might make it accessible. So I'm going to bring my right leg in the pigeon pose. So my right knee is close to my right wrist, and my right foot is close to my left wrist. Yeah. And then I sit into it. So with pigeon, I'm going to use the strap and hook my foot. And now I can pull up over my head. I can pull on the strap, flex my foot to hook it in there, or you can have it pointed if you feel like it's secure, and pull on it. I'm getting this nice stretch in, well, lots of places really. My quadricep, my hip flexors, my glute muscles, my shoulders, my back, and breathe. can go to the other side. Yes, so my right leg's going to go back. My left is going to come in. I'm going to settle right in. So my left foot is close to my right arm. Left knee is close to my left arm. Each side is different. Hook the strap. And you can pull. And each side looks different. Yes, my chest is facing forward. Getting a stretch. Good. And then release. Yeah, I hope you learned something. I hope it helped you. And go ahead over to my channel. It's Yoga for You. Like and subscribe it. We have tons of different videos there on all kinds of topics. We even have a playlist for people with cerebral palsy where my son, who has cerebral palsy, demonstrates poses. I hope you find something that can help you. And until next time, thank you and God bless you.